No exhausts in this video. You guys ready to hear some horsepower? That's right, we're working on the Tundra today, folks. Finally working on my own vehicle. Man, this pole thing here is just so inconvenient. We got a whole lot of upgrades for this thing, mostly suspension in this video. Pretty good. So here we are. These are all the parts that we're going to try to install on the Tundra today. And I mean, we've got everything. We've got external reservoir coilover systems, adjustable rear shocks. We have a bed cover, nice and simple there. We have a rear airbag kit, proper one with rubber airbags. We have an integrated twin air compressor, and then we have some maintenance parts like front brakes and a front axle, which is not here, but will be here soon. Remember, the point of this build is to build the ultimate hybrid truck. A truck that can tow, that can do light off-roading, that can overland, but also be a daily driver. It's gotta do those 4 things. So because of that, we couldn't do like a crazy long travel suspension kit. We couldn't do a full-time, camper top on the bed. We needed better towing performance. And so all these parts will combine to build what I think is going to be the perfect setup. These coilovers are pretty much as good as you're gonna get with the stock geometry. I mean, they're massive, they have external reservoirs, adjustable damping, adjustable preload. Same thing with the rear shocks. That paired with our current lift kit will be able to give us a little bit more off-road capability without compromising the on-road performance. The twin air compressor is for 2 things. 1, inflating and deflating the bags, but also when we do want to go off-roading, we can deflate the tires and reinflate them without having to use an external compressor that takes forever. The bed cover, hopefully gonna give us a few MPGs while also just protecting stuff in the bed. And this is all just stage 1, obviously, guys. We will be building a quick release overlanding setup. That's my plan. We will be doing wheels and tires, more off-road upgrades, but this is the first care package, and it's a lot. I mean, I pretty much messaged Rough Country and they sent me the entire catalog of parts and the actual entire catalog. And I've already gotten looking at the other things I want. Now, obviously, this is a lot to install. I need to get working, to be honest. Now, thankfully, Rough Country provides an instruction manual for everything. Boom, 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 boom. It should be relatively straightforward. Actually, I feel a little out of practice. I've been fabricating so much recently, I don't know what's a bolt? How do I use a wrench? Nah, but in all seriousness, I think we're gonna get the truck on the lift. I think we're gonna start with the suspension, probably the front suspension. I need to replace the passenger side axle, because that's seemingly broken from the previous owner. So we'll probably start with the front, and I've also got the brakes. So the front's obviously the biggest overhaul, and then we'll move to the rear, airbags, and then the accessories. It's a big truck, little shop, little lift. That's funny, that's the first lock. It's barely off the ground. When I put other vehicles on the first lock, I feel like, there we go. Got the Tundra on the lift. I mean, like, this is definitely the biggest thing I've ever worked on. Let's get these wheels off. Big ass wheels. So we have the driver or the passenger side completely torn down. Got the axle out of there, got the entire knuckle, the outer tie rod, the ball joint, everything besides the upper control arm. This is a rough country upper control arm and it's in good condition. I was kind of hoping the other ball joint, tie rods were in better condition, but it seems like when the previous owner installed the lift kit, he did not replace any of that. So we're gonna do it proper this time. So I ordered all those parts. We'll have to wait a bit for that. This is the broken axle. It's just totally broken. But I bought a new axle that is got a better CV joint, so it can actuate a little bit more. For now, before we start reassembling this side, I'm gonna go ahead and disassemble the other side. Pretty much gonna do the same thing, except I'm going to keep the axle in this side. At least I hope so. Got the driver's side all taken apart. Axle's in there and still in good condition, so I'm happy with that. I had to figure everything out on the first side. That second side only took me like 45 minutes, so yeah, definitely enjoying working on just bolt-on parts again. Pause. Real quick, I'd like to take this moment to thank this video's sponsor, Wolfbox, and their G900 Tri-Pro dash cam. Now you guys saw me install the dash cam in the Tundra in a previous video and talk about all the features it has. It's a 3-channel dash cam with a nice big touch screen mounted over your rear view mirror. It's got things like a 4K front camera, 2.7K rear camera, a 1080p infrared interior camera. It's really good at low light. All the footage comes out nice and crisp so you can see license plates, speed limits, all that kind of stuff. Those features, since I've now lived with the dash cam for about a month, I get to talk to you a little bit more about why I love living with it. For one, I did go ahead and move the location of the rear camera. I originally had it on my tailgate. I ended up moving it to the top of the cab, and that made a huge difference. Much better. Now I can see things that are in the back of my bed. I can actually even scroll down, look further down into the bed. But then I can also even see things that are like closer to the back of the truck. Wave at them. It is now the ultimate rear view camera. Honestly, one of my favorite things about this dash cam is just it converting my rear view mirror into a better rear view mirror that I can see more with. Oh, there's a car behind me. That's nice to know. But obviously the fact that it's recording the surroundings of the truck 24/7 is really nice. I've had a few close calls. It also captures funny moments. Some of the things that I've really come to like about the dash cam is how easy it is to get footage off of it. You just open up the app here, turn the Wi-Fi on the actual dash cam. Boom, connection successful. You can actually see the live view. See, hi, that's funny. But no, you can go to the files, look at all that. Say I want to download this, so I just click download, and it'll download. Pretty quickly too, for a 4K video. And then overall, the dash cam has just been super reliable. It hasn't had any glitches. It's very intuitive to use. And I really couldn't think of owning a daily driver without a dash cam now. So if you guys are interested, please check them out. I'll have a link in the description down below and up in the cards. You can get it off their website or off of Amazon, and you can get a 20% discount using this code. So pretty good deal. Huge thank you to Wolfbox for sponsoring yet another video. But for now, let's get back to the Tundra. So the old Strut that we took out was Rough Country's monotube. Great kit. I liked how the truck rode, but you can definitely see all the upgrades when you compare it to the coilover. Beefier lower mount on the coilover, beefier upper mount with an actual heim joint instead of just like a pillow ball. And then obviously adjustable damping and adjustable preload. I don't know if you're technically supposed to adjust the preload, but you can. But I think we're ready to go ahead and throw these in here. Gonna throw in the fronts. And then while we're waiting for the parts, like the ball joints and all that kind of stuff, we can throw in the rears. The rears should take 2 seconds. So first thing we're gonna go ahead and do is install the reservoir bracket here. Now we're gonna try to put this coilover in, Now watch, this is the benefit of taking your ball joints out. provides a nice little spot, the pry bar at the bottom. Very nice. All right, so now we're gonna move on to the back. These things are much easier. Just one bolt on top and one bolt on bottom, and it should come out. Might have to get the jack out here to support the axle, although I think the leaf springs will do that. So I don't think we have to worry about that. And then our airbag system, I know, kind of goes in right here. So we'll work on that afterwards. Nice. You ready? There we are. Very nice. Now we can put some airbags right here. Just like all the other stuff so far, this seems pretty easy to install. You have an upper bracket and a lower bracket, which actually bolts to the airbag, and then those brackets get U-bolted to the frame and to the leaf springs. One thing I really like about what Rough Country did here is they labeled the brackets P and D for passenger and driver instead of left and right. I think we should do this more often. I don't know why people use left and right, because it's confusing. Is it from the car, like when you're sitting in the driver's seat, or is it when you're looking into the engine bay? I know it is from if you're sitting in the driver's seat, but like you always forget, and then you kind of have to look it up, and there's driver, passenger. Easy, just do that, all right? Good job, Rough Country, I like it. So we have the airbags, we have the brackets, we have the U-bolts, we have all the hardware. They even give you a tool to cut the airlines with, which is pretty cool. But before we do any of that, we gotta install the bags. Ow, hot. Yay. Ow. I'm gonna clean that up first. Now we got the two ports for the two bags. And I should be able to take this handy dandy Milwaukee air compressor. Oh, it went way past the PSI thing. It's very solid now on that side. That was 14 PSI. Very nice. Let's test this other one. I'm a little bit more worried about this other one because some of the lines had to be kind of close to kinked. Okay, that's 15 pounds. Feels solid. I don't hear any leaks. I think we're good. Heck yeah. That was easy. Well, while we were working on the rear there, sorry, I got a razor blade in my mouth. The axle and the other parts showed up. Oh! Nice tie rod, another tie rod. Now, where's my magnet? Better be a good one. Man, I'm so excited for my truck to actually be four-wheel drive. I tried to put it in four-wheel drive once and go up a hill and it wouldn't do it because Well, it's probably sending all the power to the one broken axle. Why are you not coming out? Why you package this like this? This is so stupid. It's a Volvo. It's kind of cool. Kind of not. Looks nice. I mean, it's an axle. What else is there to say? New nut. Everything looks good. So these are the upgraded CVs that can supposedly handle more angle, which is nice, because clearly the other ones could not. So yeah, so we throw this thing in and then do the rest of the install. There we go. Nice. 3 bolts on the bottom here. The ball joint is 123 foot-pounds. Cool. And then the other 2, I believe, are 230 foot-pounds. Thank goodness for a big breaker bar, eh? Actually, that was not that bad. Gotta get in the right position. That's tie rod, upper, and lower, so that's the knuckle all done. I'm gonna go ahead and throw on the new brakes, then do the other side, then we can put the tie rods in, put it on the ground, and that's when we torque all the bushings, like the lower control arm, sorry, the lower coilover and the tie rod. All the control arms are already torqued, so don't have to worry about that. But for now, let's do the brakes. The internet says these are 150 foot-pounds too. Oh. Which seems crazy to me, but hey. I'm torquing the spec this time, because tow rig. So with that, it's pretty much fully done. We got the spacers on there and torqued, greased the upper ball joint. Pretty much everything's ready to go. I'm really excited to drive this thing. We're gonna go ahead and throw these wheels on. Oh God, I wish I had other wheels to put on. Fortunately, we have to put these things back on. Gonna throw them back on, then I'm gonna lower the truck on the ground, torque some of the bushings, and then we will go on a short test drive. Obviously, the truck should get in alignment. I will probably put some toe plates on it if they fit. I don't know if they'll work with 35s. See why people don't like owning such big wheels. Now the monster truck shall come down. See what happens. That's already down. I'm sure it just has to settle a little bit though. Yeah, I think this is good enough to at least tighten the bushings. So I torqued everything on the ground. I topped off the front diff fluid because a little bit leaked out when we did the axle. Now we're just gonna do a short test drive, all right? Doesn't have an alignment. I still need to do the stuff on the rear, like the bed stuff. We got like a little bit of an off-road track here. I turned all the damping down. I don't know if I said that or not. I mean, it's riding pretty good on this stuff. This is like a lot of little bumps. So like if you have too stiff of damping, it's annoying. Oh, but man, now it's smooth. It's very smooth. Oh, I'm excited for this. But like this is mostly what I do, is like service roads and stuff like that, where you don't want like a super crazy damping setup. Like I'm not doing jumps. I just want it to be comfortable on little bumps like this. And my gosh, this that ride's so good. I think it handles a little better too. Not like I'm supposed to be doing that in a truck, but now I'm gonna turn the damping to the max setting, see what happens. Thankfully it's all easy to reach. Super easy. Honestly easier than like some of my other cars. Definitely feels more confident on the curvy back road though. This will be the real test. Some chunk. Oh yeah, definitely a little bumpier with the damping all the way up. But honestly, still not bad. I think it's more like controlling high-speed damping. So like if you're kind of actually going over big bumps and whoops and that kind of stuff versus just this little putting around. All right, so this is like the closest thing that I can find to a whoop. It's like a speed hump. Hitting it at, let's see, 30 miles an hour. Not too bad. It's definitely better than it was. This is like 35. I'll take that. Didn't feel like I was about to like, you know, like, all the way in the 4 low. Oh, I heard the clunk. Will we make it up the hill now? I could not make it up this hill previously. 4-wheel drive, love you. I'm just gonna go back, so there's a big rock, I can't see it. Very nice. It feels so good to have a working truck. Success! Now we can kind of do a proper test of the airbags here. So this is it. Just chilling, no air in the airbag. Yeah, that definitely works. A little stiffer too, maybe. Oh, very cool. All right, let's back this thing in the shop and do the back. Installing the bed cover is really easy. First thing I do have to do, unfortunately, is remove this like kind of hook system that this bed has, because the clamps for the cover can't go around that. So we'll go ahead and remove that real quick. Rough country, man. I gotta take my praise back from earlier. What's this? Left? Right? Don't you mean passenger and driver, bro? That's all right. Can't say I blame you. I also wonder if maybe the tailgate pad's gonna disrupt things here. That would be unfortunate. I think it's going to. Ooh! It's a nice looking bed cover. Maybe if we just don't have these things here. Oh no, there we go. You just gotta do it side by side. Okay. I mean, not the most convenient, but that works and it seals up nicely. So we're gonna do a little bit of a fuel economy test. We're gonna try to with this bed cover here. We're gonna get on the highway, same stretch of highway. Set the cruise control at the same speed here. Oh, of course my cruise control's not working right now. The fucking dongle sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. Oh, there it is. Okay, we got it. I'm gonna reset it and see what it is by the end of this stretch of highway. Bed cover is open, as you can see right now. We're at 60, okay. Speedo set. Reset the fuel economy. And we cruise. 14.3. Cruise control is set. Resetting fuel economy. Boom, here we go. 14.3, the exact same. I do think if you're going higher speeds for a longer distance, it will save a little bit of fuel, but it's not like a game changer. It's not like putting a bed cover on your truck makes it feel efficient. Unfortunately, as much as we wish that was the case, it is not. Now we do still have the twin air compressor to install, but I think I'm actually going to delay this until the video where we have new wheels and tires. Because here's the thing, I did a little more research. I think I want to pair this air compressor with a small air tank. Something like a 2 gallon, maybe 2 gallons or 4 gallons. I think it's going to make it a little bit more usable, and a little bit more versatile. So we will install this in the future with an air tank. It's actually going to be way cooler that way. Because then we'll have a full air tank on board. We'll have, it's just going to be good. So it's going to go back into the box for a little bit. And I think that's it. But guys, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. Overall, very happy with all the products I installed on this thing. Huge thank you again to Rough Country for sending everything out for this video. Honestly, I was really impressed with their products. This was one of the smoothest installs I've ever experienced. It was an absolute pleasure to work on. Honestly, the hardest thing was putting the sway bar end links in, and that wasn't a Rough Country part. Everything Rough Country was great. The truck ride's great. It's gonna be a little bit better towing. Should hopefully feel better on the trail when we go to do that, which will be soon. I know this video was just installing parts, and we're all about fabrication and custom stuff. Things are gonna start getting pretty special on the truck right after this. I'm already thinking about how we're gonna be doing the onboard air system. For instance, where are we going to put this compressor? I think maybe just right over the relay box. And then I'm kind of planning out the camper setup. It's gonna be a rooftop tent on a rack, but the rack is going to be able to be lifted off the truck really easily. So I'm gonna mount a winch on the ceiling in the shop here, and pretty much I'll be able to back the truck in, winch down the entire camper setup. It'll slot into place. I'll have some pins with some just bolts I can tighten by hand. All the electrical system will just plug into the things that are on the truck and everything, and then I'll be ready to go. And then of course, the turbo kit, which will eventually happen. But, all in due time. Last time I looked at this engine bay, I thought there was more room. It's really not. Big engine, big truck. Anyway, I think that's gonna be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you do want to support the channel, check out those sponsors, Wolfbox and Rough Country. And you can also support the channel on Patreon, get some merchandise on emministries.com, or just keep watching the videos. Appreciate that too. I think in the next video, we're gonna be working on the drift truck, and I'm gonna start painting it, and you guys are gonna see what color we paint it. But I'm not 100% sure yet. Anyway, peace out guys. Have a good one.
Are you gonna rip it?
Oh, yeah, I was planning on it. Oh, I do see what you mean though.